What's going on, guys? John here, another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you my setups that I use for steelhead fishing, and this is pretty standard in the world of steelhead fishing. I've been steelhead fishing, I would say, since 2001. I never started steelhead fishing using floats. That's something that I started actually fishing back, I believe it was 2009 or 10, I believe. And when I used to steelhead fish back in the day, I used to fish harbors. I enjoy fishing the river mouths, and like I said, I started in harbors. Whether I'm casting quick fish, flat fish, or just different kinds of smaller casting spoons. And also I would fish off the bottom with floating row bags. So it would be row bags with styrofoam floaters in them. And while doing that, I was actually very successful with that. I would fish pretty much, like places, Northern Ontario, Tribs. I would go there every week, in the fall, and I would be pretty successful doing that. I got my first taste of float fishing, and I actually enjoyed it. You present your bait with the flow of the current. It's different than bottom bouncing, and I enjoy fishing both. Each one has a time and place for me, and like I said, I enjoy fishing both. I don't want to ramble on about past glories. I'd be here forever. Let's get to my first setup. So right here is my first setup. As you can tell, there's no float in sight. Right here. And you may have noticed that this rod actually looks quite familiar from my past videos, especially salmon videos. And I originally bought this rod to fish for salmon. The only problem is it's too light for salmon, I find personally. I mean, it'll handle salmon really good, but if you tangle with, like a 30-pound salmon, you're gonna be a little bit underpowered, a little too underpowered for my liking. But this is, to me, a really good bottom bouncing rod. Well, technically it was designed to be a bottom bouncing rod, and this is the Loomis IMX right here, right? And that is the I believe it's the 1165 2S SDR. It's kind of like a West Coast rod, right? Side drift rod, so it's a steelhead side drift rod. And you could see from the illustration on it, not sure how well you could see, but it's got a pencil weight with a leader to an egg cluster, and it's essentially designed to fish off the bottom. It's a 9'8" Loomis IMX, medium heavy, moderate fast action, 3/8 to 1 ounce lures. And the line rating is 8 to 17 pound line. It's got a really nice parabolic action. I've seen it when I was catching salmon. Even when I had a jack salmon on that was about 10-11 pounds. It had a fantastic bend to it. And the reel that I have on this is a 2018 model year Shimano Stella 2500 FJ with 10-pound fluorescent yellow Raven mainline. Normally I would have a 2010 Shimano Stella FE for steelhead, but I decided, since Shimano is stopping the parts for reels, I believe it's 2011 year and older, so I want to keep my 2010 Stella in as pristine condition as possible. Just keep it as a collector's piece, right? It was my first Stella. I've always wanted the FE, but this time I'm using the FJ. And right here I have a half ounce barrel weight with 2 beads, one to stop it from hitting my rod tip, and this one here to a smaller bead to not ruin my knot on my swivel, and also too it allows a stop so that the weight doesn't go through, as I previously experienced. And I have about I would say a 12-inch leader of 6-pound Drennan. And in terms of bottom bouncing, like, the drag is phenomenal. I'm still experimenting with how heavy I can go with my leader. With this rod, I don't think I'd go anywhere lower than 5.5-pound fluorocarbon leader, but it all depends, right? Right now, like I said, I got Drennan. It should handle nicely, but I also would like to get a 10.5-foot IMX like this in a medium light that can cast you know, up to 3/4 ounce weights. And yes, I did cork seal that rod. When you're dealing with row bags or skiing, it's always best if you have an expensive high-end rod like this to seal your cork. It gives you extra protection, and the egg juice won't ruin it. So up next, right here, is my float setup. You've seen it in my video, my steelhead video. I've had this rod since 2017. I'll never get rid of it. I got sentimental attachment to it, right? So this is the G. Loomis IMX float rod, the 1562-2 CPR. It's a light action, rated 6 to 10-pound line. It's, let's see right here, right? Moderate action, 13-footer. You can see the line rating right here, 6 to 10. It's also rated for 1/4 to 1/2 ounce lures. That doesn't really matter to me. I don't throw lures with it, right? And the reel, as you can tell from the reel pouch, right? It's a Kingpin. So right here, this is a Kingpin 475 Imperial center pin reel, right? It's got the it has the rear clicker in the back. There's some egg juice on it, and also this is like blacked out accents, so you have the blacked out center screw and the accents over here on the handles. Came with black handles as well. I deal with a Kingpin rep directly, and he made me these sweet handle knobs specifically for my reel. And you know, I've been using center pins since 2014. I just haven't had many videos of it, if any at all. I enjoy using them. I also use a lot of spinning rods in river mouths, but you know, I enjoy center pinning, as you can tell from the video. And with my rig right here, I have 10-pound smoke blue Raven mainline, right, to a 6-pound fluorocarbon leader. And so my setup right here is a slip float, and I got 2 beads, right? This one should stop at the bobber stop, and this one is just, you know, there so I can actually have a good visual of my float. That little bit of chartreuse helps me see it better, and also it also helps me gauge if I have any tangles when I do like a bombing cast. And my float is a cool water float. It's a 5-gram slip. It's a standard style slip float. I'll go anywhere from a 4 to 7-gram float. I do run fixed floats, and I have a 3.5-gram weight right here with 2 clear beads, right? It stops it from ruining my float. It stops the weight from ruining my float. And also one on the bottom, and it stops the weight from ruining my knot on my swivel, right? And this is a triple barrel high-speed swivel. I believe it's from P-Line. And like I said, I'll run a fixed float as well if I'm fishing shallower water. You know, that requires me to, you know, stagger my split shots, right? But for the most part, this is my standard rig if I'm fishing river mouths and harbors, right? I mean, you've seen it with my salmon setup videos. But yeah, you know, like this is a very sweet combo right here. The blue is on this reel is fantastic. I love Kingpin reels. I've had 3 of them. This is my second Imperial, and you know, I've had a black Imperial first, and then I also bought a Zeppelin. I sold the Zeppelin. That thing was bad luck. I'm very superstitious. It was extremely bad luck, that reel. And also too, I didn't like the fact that I had the clicker on the side over here. But I'm really in love with this rear clicker. So, you know, my standard baits, if I'm fishing fast water, I like to use beads. I'll use anywhere from 6 to 10 millimeters in fast water. And when I'm fishing slower water, frog water, deeper pools, river mouths and harbors, I'm running grow bags almost 100% of the time. So yeah, that's the end of my video. Just a basic rundown of my steelhead setups that I use, bottom bouncing and float fishing. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. And thanks for watching.